My name is Libbi Gray, and I grew up in Tulsa. I was born here in Pawhuska, but I grew up in Tulsa, and I'm running for Congress because I grew up in a tradition of service for our tribe. My grandfather was chief, and we grew up with stories of his selfless service, and it was kind of instilled in my brother and I from a very young age that it's the best thing you can do. So I didn't want to come to the table empty-handed. I went out and I got my education and I got some experience working for tribal governments. So I think I'm ready. I think the main thing that I really think is important is actually sitting down at the table with the people that run this tribe every day. The frontline employees, or the people that, you know how they say, the people that are in the trenches. I think they have a better grasp on what kind of laws that we need, because they do the work every day. They deal with our citizens every day, and they know what kind of stumbling blocks they have, because we don't have all of the laws in place. And we're a very young government. We're starting from scratch, so we have a lot of work to do. And so I think my main goal is to just start having conversations with our employees and see what we need. Since I've been a little girl, I've watched how our elections are conducted, and there's usually been a lot of fear tactics used. You know, they're going to take your head right, they're going to take your land, and we tend to sometimes elect the most outraged candidates, and then we get angry as citizens because not a lot gets done. Everyone's arguing with each other. And so basically the way I'm conducting this campaign is that I just want to present a voice of reason and just let our people know that, yeah, we have a lot of work to do, but we're really not in bad shape as a nation. And we're probably in the top 25% nationwide in any country as far as how we're doing, not only financially, but also with our government. I would like to see us do more for our graduate program students, because the fees are just simply higher. And I think by the time they get to that point, they've already proven that they can complete a program, that they're not going to just go a year or two and then, you know, maybe figure out that college isn't for them, or have a crisis, you know, that forces them to drop out and make it harder to go back. So I'd like to see us do more work in the graduate area, but at the same time, we need to also focus on the K through 12s in order to get our students prepared for their undergraduate work. Make sure that they're ready to go in and they know how to study, and they, you know, understand what kind of time has to go into it, and they have good study skills so that they're more prepared to succeed once they get into college. I'd like to see more planning going into our initiatives. That's what I've done in the past, is planning, and I think we're getting better at it. There's legislation being introduced today to do an analysis on whether or not we need senior housing in all 3 districts, and if so, how much, and what the costs are going to be. So I'm very pleased to see that we're starting down that road. I think we need to do better there. As far as change, I think we've had a tremendous amount of change in the last 8 years. I think right now the main thing that we need to focus on is kind of improving and perfecting what we've already done. Before we start building more on that, we need to kind of stabilize the foundation before we build on it any further.